Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new YouTube series. I'm so excited. Remember, guys, these videos are only here on YouTube. They're not on the podcast. So remember to like this video and subscribe so you never miss a lesson. Aubrey, what are we focusing on in this series?
Ielts speaking. So we are going to be asking each other and answering IELTS speaking questions, providing examiner feedback, and really highlighting one section of the IELTS speaking score that you can really dive in on to make sure you understand how to get 7 or higher on that score.
So remember, guys, I was an IELTS examiner for 14 years, and Aubrey is 3 Keys IELTS certified, which means I'm getting caught up, she knows everything I do related to what examiners need to hear to give you a 7 or higher. So in every video in this series, guys, you will hear model speaking answers, and you will find out one specific thing you can do to increase your speaking score. Remember, all straight from the examiner's mind. So again, hit like and subscribe right now. Okay, so I'm going to ask Aubrey a few questions today related to work. Let me tell you why this is the first video in this series, because you have a 50% chance of getting asked about your work or studies immediately on the speaking test, right? On the IELTS speaking exam in part 1, you are always asked either about your hometown, right? Or where you live now, or work or studies. It's going to be one of those two things. So definitely pay attention today, guys. All right, Aubrey, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Aubrey, do you work or are you a student?
I'm working currently. I wish I were still a student. I loved going to classes and homework and text. I loved all of it, but unfortunately that phase of my life has passed. Maybe someday, but currently I'm working. I really love my job. I get to work with amazing students and coworkers, and it's just the best, and it's super flexible, which is really nice because I got a bunch of kids. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Why did you choose the kind of work you do?
Definitely for the flexibility, first and foremost, because I can't at this juncture in my life go to an office 9 to 5. It's just not feasible for me. So I need to be able to be there for my children, but I also want to work. So I need to be able to do something where the hours are flexible, where I can do something fulfilling and rewarding, but still be able to be present for my kids.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to stop here because already, guys, we have enough to get a very high score for fluency and coherence. We have enough language that you guys can copy, that you guys can use in your own answers. So Aubrey would get a very high score. Now, here's the thing. This is tricky, right? Because your speaking score is based on the entire speaking exam. You don't get a score for part 1 and then a different score for part 2. The examiner has to listen to the entire thing and give you a score. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm just basing what I'm saying on these 2 answers. But it would be a band 9 for fluency and coherence if the speaking exam are just 2 questions, because, guys, the way that Aubrey introduced and organized her answers was amazing. So, guys, take notes, write these phrases down. So instead of saying, now I'm a teacher or whatever, she said, currently. So that is a higher level phrase there instead of now. And here is an awesome phrase in that first answer. But that phase of my life is past. So instead of saying, that's over, that's in the past, I don't do that anymore, those are all like boring phrases, right? So instead, to organize this time for the listener, for the examiner, Aubrey said, but that phase of my life is past. So definitely write that down word for word, guys, and copy the pronunciation of how Aubrey said that. And then in your second answer, instead of just saying like first or number 1 or not using any transition phrase, which a lot of students do. Aubrey, you said first and foremost. So when supplying reasons, we have to organize them first, second, third. So saying first and foremost is like the primary reason, very high level transition phrase. And here is the last phrase I want you guys to write down. At this juncture. I mean, come on. That's a band 9 phrase right there, right? Aubrey, what does that mean, at this juncture?
Yeah, it means the same as at this time, right? At this time in my life, at this moment. But it's true, it is less common, very high level band 9 to instead say at this juncture when you just mean at this time.
Yeah, right? Or just like right now.
Right now.
I mean, I think a lot of people would just say now.
That's true,
right?
It's just now.
So definitely, guys, watch this lesson a few times and write down these transition phrases. You can also look at the description below the video, guys. And remember, you can take our free IELTS quiz. Go to allearsenglish.com/IELTS quiz. And remember to hit like and subscribe. Awesome. Aubrey, great job today.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about this series. Keep an eye out for the future videos in this series. And yes, definitely share this video with anyone you know studying for IELTS. There are going to be a lot of great videos for IELTS speaking in this series.
Yep. Awesome. All right, Aubrey. I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bonus tip. Get a 7 or higher with the All Ears English app, featuring real-time transcripts and vocabulary practice that will push your score higher. Plus, fun video lessons with Lindsay, Michelle, and Jessica. Download the app today at allearsenglish.com/app.